Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Let's talk about getting a nanny in the UAE. Now, I myself have a nanny for more than 6 months now, and I did change a nanny twice. Having a nanny in other countries might be a luxury, but if you live in the UAE, it might be a necessity in a way if you have kids and if you and your partner have full-time jobs, and it's more accessible and it is normalized as well. So there are a few things which you need to consider before getting a nanny. So you can get a nanny through an official agency where you will pay a slightly higher fee, but you will have a chance to change the nanny anytime you want. The visa will be under that agency, and they will take care of their visa, their flight, medical insurance, and etc. So you won't be having a problem, an issue of nanny not being available, or if you're not happy with your nanny, you can change it at any time with an agency. Now, I personally prefer an agency for now because I'm a single mom, and for me, I can't afford not to have a nanny even for a week because then I have to take leaves from work, and it's quite challenging at the moment. There are other type of agencies which help you to source a nanny. So you're sourcing a nanny, and then you're taking care of the visa and other arrangements such as leaves, flight back home, um, accommodation, and etc. There are nannies like hourly nannies, but it ends up quite more expensive and it's not as useful in my own opinion. The countries where nannies are from, usually African countries who speak English. Those who prefer Arabic speakers, they're from Africa as well, from Ethiopia and from Eritrea. There are nannies from Asian countries such as India and Philippines and Indonesia. There are Russian speaking nannies. A lot of my friends are having Russian speaking nannies, but they don't live with them all full time. They just work in specific hours. In terms of salaries, so according to everyone that I know in the UAE who have kids, the salary that they pay, like of the agency, like they just source a nanny and they take care of the visa and etc. They will pay around 1,000 to 1,500 dirhams per month. If you work with an agency like I do, for example, Made CC and other agencies, you end up paying around 3,400, around that amount, which includes the nanny's fee and the other fees. So you don't have to spend on the visa. The visa cost will be any amount around 8 to 15,000 dirhams. You are responsible for your nanny's accommodation, for her food, and one minimum 1 day off per week. It's usually Sunday. In terms of sourcing, so you're just having a Zoom interviews with them, like the agencies, they give you a different profiles with the videos and etc. It can happen through the application, the website, the platform, or they can simply send it on your WhatsApp. So you can do it actually at home at any convenient time. And then you sort of choose the nanny. Then they give you like a probation period, like 1 or 2 days, where you will get to know her. She will come to your house. Your kids will sort of like get to know her as well. You can get a feedback, and then you can make a decision: is she gonna stay with you or not? Now, in terms of like education level and the skills that they have, most of the nannies in the UAE, they do know how to keep a household together. In terms of like a specific cuisine, the food, like most of them are willing to learn how to cook. It's just that the amount of time you are willing to invest in your nanny in terms of like teaching her how to cook, how to take care of your child in a specific way. It's very important to keep like 1 or 2 weeks with the nanny and with the child to make your child be more comfortable with the nanny, because at the end of the day, kids are spending the majority of their time with the nannies because the parents are so busy working and having their social life and etc. Of course, it's advisable to have a video camera, have a surveillance camera at your house so you can track and you can see what's happening in your household whenever you're away, like to see if the child being fed, is the child safe, and etc. But you can never know what will actually happen outside of the house, like what happened with me. My nanny apparently was screaming at my child quite abusively, and I didn't know about that. And luckily, my neighbor, she saw it because it was at the playground, and yeah, that's how we made a decision to change the nanny straight away. And then we got a replacement nanny within 2 days after having interviews and etc. So now with the second nanny, I'm just spending 2 weeks at home, working from home, just so I can see the dynamics between them. And you always have to be sure, and you always have to check what's happening with the nanny. Like to me, it's not usual for us from the region where I'm from to have like full-time help. Usually we just do things on our own. I did have nannies before, but they were just coming like for a few hours in a day, and I was always at home. So to me, I'm also learning how to, manage the help at home, how to choose a nanny, how to make a decision straight away. So basically, when you have a video interview, the first look at the person, you can already feel like the first impression is very important. Like intuitively, what do you think of the person? If the person is like, I always look in the eyes, like the eyes are, there might be like something, like she's hiding something in her eyes. That's what I can say. Then you just having a conversation, like what do you do with the kids? If the child will cry, how you will react, and then if like do you know how to clean and cook and etc. And if they don't know, it's not a problem. Just ask them a question: are you willing to learn? Are you willing to like understand? Are you willing to, because it's very difficult to work with, arrogant people, with difficult people who are not willing to learn. And also because you will be spending like the person will be in your house 24/7 for 6 days a week. Once the nanny is in your house, you have to make sure that she has her hours when she is resting, because it's difficult for them. It's like a snowball. They're getting tired and tired because every day they're doing the same type of job, same type of work, and it's like quite difficult for them. So make sure that they have their space. But also, I noticed that a lot of nannies are, just scrolling down the phone, not looking, not paying attention to the child. So you have to notice all of these things and just tell them straight away. Don't keep it in yourself. Don't like think that, oh, maybe that because right now she has to discuss something. No, because these other working hours, it's like when you are working at the company, right? If you are wasting company's time, then it's not right. Then you will get like a notification from an HR or from your line manager, right? So it's the same thing with a nanny. If you feel that she's wasting time, that she is not paying attention to the child, but she is like doing something on her phone or not listening or paying attention, then it's a red flag. Then you have to take an action on that. Why people are choosing to work with the agency? Because you can be, because you're always on the safe side. You can replace the nanny. You will never be out of nanny, and you have like a choice, right? Because they have a pool of nannies. Comparing to if you get a nanny and then you open a visa for her for like 2 years, and then you are not happy with the nanny, then you're stuck with that same person and she's stuck with you for 2 years. So that's an issue number one. In terms of the cost, just in order to open a visa for your nanny, you have to have like a minimum salary, which used to be, I think, 12,000 or 10,000 dirhams per month. Some of the families they can't afford, they are not qualified to open a visa, so that's why they're going for that. People simply do not know that there are other options. Like to me, the agency was just number one option. Then I spoke with a local friend from UAE, and then she told me, no, actually you have another option. You can actually pay less. And the agency which I work with, like the nannies are always getting good deals and discounts. They have special discounts at the dentistry. Whenever it's like if you want to go to like an attractions like Abu Dhabi Ferrari World or any museum, most of them will get like a free pass, free entrance, so you can take your nanny with you when you are like going out for the full day. What else? What else? They have a good customer service, most of the agencies, because they provide you service. Definitely you're paying for that, right? Hope it was helpful. If you do have any questions, please ask them below in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.